Hey everyone, how's it going? This is WildBoy789789, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this one the 50 subscriber special because I've been filming everything in low, poor quality because of this program that I use for recording my stuff. I play the game in high quality, but it's been lowering my quality in my videos without me knowing it. So today we have an HD battle, finally. And we're going to see some real strategy and gore and guts and all that goodness. So today I'm playing with King Luan Leonka, right? And, let's get right down to it. I've got these peasant bowmen right out front. And we are going to go ahead and look at everything a little bit because my graphics have been wonky in all these other videos, and I do apologize. We have the regular mounted yeoman. Spears, pitchforks, peasants, old men, metal hats, shields, fantastic. Tons of horses. That's what you want to see with Bretonnia. Tons of horses. Right. Way out here real quick. On their lonesome. Off to the side so they can't get shot. Are my skirmishers. And when I realize how far back the other team has deployed, we're going to move them back towards my team a little bit and save them for later in the battle. We have Pegasus Knights. 1 unit, no overkill. We have men-at-arms with pole arms. I would call these bill hooks. These are nasty. And I have tons of them. Passed over a paladin. I keep this paladin on foot with the peasants to increase their morale and because he's just awesome sauce. Right? And my other paladin is back here with the actual bretonnian force. Don't tell the other teams that. But these are my Knights of the Realm because I could afford more of them than the Grail Knights, and I really don't have anything ethereal or magical I need to attack, so these guys aren't as strong and they're not unbreakable, but they're strong nonetheless, and you're not wasting money on that magic attack. Sweet. And we brought 3 units of field trebuchet, which is 9 actual rock-lobbing trebuchet. And this Bretonnian force is being assisted by dwarves. A dwarven throng. I think in one of my other videos I called it a band. It is a throng. Look at the detail in the beards. That should come through in the recording. Everything should look pretty. We want the blood splattering to look pretty. These dwarf warriors ranked up a little bit. And this is a very skilled player, unlike the chaos player in my last video. Also to mention, we are fighting the same 2 teams, although one stuck Empire and the other stuck Chaos. So I'm gonna invent a story as we go along here. These dwarves are helping out their Bretonnian allies from the mountains, realizing that the Empire has turned to the side of Chaos. Or at least that Empire unit, Legion. Thin line of dwarf warriors. Excellent for absorbing artillery. Excellent, excellent. Right here. Iron breakers. And a runesmith. I'm not very good at using the runesmith, but I know he can be absolutely fantastic if used correctly. So I appreciate that. More iron breakers. Quarrelers. I love the quarrelers. They remind me, it's like a savage orc with a shield. They're great melee fighters that will shoot some arrows into you. Long beards, fantastic. I think some of the best units for the dwarves, honestly. If you notice, High King Thorgrim Grudgebearer actually has long beards carrying his throne, not iron breakers. Flame cannons, hard to use, awesome if used correctly. regular cannons. They are bringing grudge throwers. They have a master engineer, which is probably my favorite hero for the dwarves. He increases that fire rate and has his own little rifle, which is cool. We are going with Ungrim Iron Fist. He is the toughest lord in the game, and I say that because he just doesn't break. I don't know if he's unbreakable, but he will not break till like the last second. You will always see him fighting at the end of the battle. Usually. I mean, but, you know, I'm pretty sure it's what's going to happen here. Hammerers. Love hammerers. Don't get them tore up by ranged units, and they will tear up anything you put in front of them. And he's bringing a unit of slayers in the back, just in case. Just in case. Right? Now, this corrupted Empire force. The same force we just fought in the last video that, well, I'm not going to tell you if they won or not, but let's just say they did very good. Empire Knights. He knows what he's doing. Empire Knights. Let's go across the front line here. Spearmans with shields. The silver bullet handgunners out front. That's where you want them. Spearmen with shields. Halberdiers. Here's his halberdier line and greatsword line compared to my billman line. Quite intimidating. The men of the Empire are ready to hold their lands with, you know, they're corrupt. Because with chaos. The Amber Wizard. Fantastic choice. Although the Light Wizard is also a personal favorite of mine from the Empire. Crossbowmen. More crossbowmen. What's up here? The generic Empire Lord. General of the Empire. Thinks he can take on King Lewin Leoncoeur. Silly man. Well, we'll see. Hellstorm Rocket Battery. You know, with the forces of chaos, anything's possible. And the Sunmaker Hellstorm Rocket Battery Special. De Special. Right. Now, Chaos. Chaos warriors with great weapons. Let me also say that this Chaos army brought a lot better units than the Marauder force that I was playing with in my last video. Exalted Hero Melee Specialist on a Barded Steed. Yes, Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Down the line, pretty much, is what that is. And then down this line are the Chosen with great weapons. A fantastic choice. Yes. And another Exalted Hero. Because he is going to try and melee face stomp, roll on floor laughing, destroy us. He brought a giant, also a very good choice. And, ooh, I never noticed he had teeth coming out of his belly. That's nice. And, of course, who better to lead these Chosen than Archaeon, the Everchosen. And without any further ado, let's see what the artillery does. Pretty well going into these warriors here. I'm moving up my bowman. He's moving up everything a little bit. I'm moving up my peasant bowman. Hopefully eat those rockets, which he takes the bait. And moving up my regular mounted yeoman. and I've already moved back my skirmishing cav. Morale of my bowman is not doing the best. It'll go right back up. That's what it appears to be doing. That's that middle bar for those of you that don't know. The bottom bar is ammo, top bar is health. I'm scooting up my trebuchet. Oof. Which I don't think my trebuchet will be firing yet. These dwarves are getting quite chewed up at the moment. Rune Priest is doing some kind of missile defense spell, I believe. I think the cannons are firing. Where are those flame cannons? Is that what those were? No, they're back here, nice and safe as they should be. I'm moving up into range. The Empire is just shelling us ridiculously, which is a valid tactic. He's only got 2 artillery, and they are doing work, I have to say. Here we go, guys. I wanted to show him how I felt about all that artillery last game. Not getting the best shots there. But we will continue to fire, and we will get better shots. He's going to start trying to hit my artillery with the Hellstorm rockets again. Not wise. I mean, you can hit these guys a little bit easier than that Chaos Hell Cannon we saw last game, but it's not going to hit the artillery piece. Let them fire into big blobs. Especially the Hellstorm fire rocket battery. He'll realize his mistake, and he will fix it. He's also leaving my dwarves untouched, which is good news for them. He's killing some of my crew. Can't deny. You see the health bars dropping over there? Every rock that hits is taking out tons of soldiers. I don't want to move the camera too much. I do want to get everything. I've moved up my force here. Ooh, just my mounted yeoman. Cheap cav with shields. My king to hold the line. And my archers to get in range. These archers have a fantastic range, I have to say. And these silver bullets are just eating it like it's nothing. Let's get another volley. Peasants shoot pretty fast. Buffing them. With the Amber Wizard. Huh. I'm not familiar with all their spells and buffs, but I'm sure it's some anti-missile or defense increase ability. Chaos is moving forward. They're shooting right in my peasants. Perhaps they have longer range than me. These bowmen have really good range for for any bowman. Let's see what's going on in the bigger picture. I'm gonna try and not slow-mo it. I was tempted. He's sending in both his exalted heroes. That's messy. What's happened here? Oh! I've charged in the yeoman to this crossbowman. And they're going to move up their infantry, and I'm going to get out of there. The Empire General is coming up. Oh man, slow-mo, sorry. This line is about to crash in, I'm not going to miss that. Archaeon's up here. in the front line of things. Let me just tell you that I'm going to charge in on this lord and do tons of damage to him, which he can't heal, and I will be able to heal. But forget that. Let's watch this, because this is the action here. The dwarves are holding. Great cannon shooting in the background, Corridor shooting up front. I wonder, I think that was a fireball from the Everchosen. An exalted hero is broken. Here we go. Great weapons versus dwarf warriors. Dwarves are tough. Those great weapons do a lot of damage. I wonder if the flame is getting any shots. Oh, that's what that is? No way. They used to spew a big old fiery beam. That's a shame. That is truly a shame. Slow mo real quick. I'll come back to this frontline fight. They've hurt me badly. I didn't do as much damage as I was planning. These guys are still here, but basically are going to be used as throwaway now. And I'm moving him all the way to the back to heal. Simple as that. I've also got my skirmishing cavalry shooting down chaos, which they're going to change towards the Lord, because their Lord's chasing mine. His dwarven line is holding very well. The iron breakers thrown in their charges, flame cannons. He's using his dwarf warriors, it appears, to hold the line while he sends all his explosive craziness into the chaos. Well, I would say front line, but pretty much their only line. Exalted heroes coming back. They're breaking there. Archaeon is over here. I sent in my lord. It's quite dangerous. I don't want my lord to die. If I can wipe him from the field, it'll be very good for Bretonnia. And the dwarves, for that matter. Now I'm very hurt. I'm really going to send him back. The dwarves are chewing through most of chaos. Here's the hammerers. Yes. Talk about great weapons. They're holding their own pretty good. You should have kept Archaeon a bit back and maybe shot some fireballs into here or something. But it looks like the dwarves are victorious versus chaos. They've held their own and just put an extreme amount of explosive into the enemy. My army is relatively untouched except for those yeomen and peasants. I'm still shooting unmounted yeoman archers, so getting rid of their arrows. We're about to eat a charge from this Empire unit. He's gonna pin me down and start tearing me up. Look at that. It's like 4 or 5 yeomen in the swipe. Here comes the force, though. Here comes Bretonnia to save the day. This is going to be just a river of knights. And I am also using the Pegasus Knights and my Paladin while keeping my king all the way back behind the peasants healing. So even though this cavalry force is definitely intimidating and something they need to fix and handle right now, even if they wipe me, I have my king. They're not really doing damage to my force. I want to keep running these guys around. My other paladin is with the peasants, untouched with my king by the trebuchets. So I'm in a relatively safe zone here. So just real quick, this is what I have in reserve, just in case. You know what I'm saying? He's healing up nicely. I basically have an army. I have my yeoman and my peasant bowmen and my skirmishers still alive. Bretonnia is riding them down, and we are victorious this day. And, you know, I love playing Bretonnia. They are my favorite team. They're the team I believe I'm best at. I use almost all their units in the roster. I can't wait for them to be expanded upon for me to get the legendary Green Knight. And thank you guys for watching. The good kingdoms have won this day against chaos, and I'll see you in the next one.